Hello and welcome back to Fred in the Shed. We are up in the Radio Shack. On this video, just a quick video really to help some of you guys out when it comes down to reprogramming these rather superb Retevis RA89 radios. A few weeks ago now, I did a full review on this RA89 radio, really nice radio from Retevis, and a few of you bought the radio and then you've reached out to me and said, Fred, I'm having a little bit of trouble with programming the radio. I may have not been completely clear when I made the review, so let's quickly go through things. First problem some of you encountered is when you received the radio, it is in ham radio mode. When you try to increase the frequency to bring it up to PMR mode, it will only tune up to 440 megahertz. The reason the radio will not tune beyond 440 megahertz is that when it arrives to you, it will be set in its ham radio mode and you need to wideband the radio. If you're going to use Chirp and a computer, I'm sure that Chirp automatically will override that and it will wideband the radio for you. If you're going to use the software from the Retevis site, or you're going to do it the old-fashioned way, which is what I did on the first radio, and you put it in the keypad yourself, you will need to wideband the radio. First thing you need to do is switch off the radio, completely switched off. Now, depending on your firmware, there are two different methods to do this. The older version is you hold down the F key and number 4 button, and then you switch on the radio whilst you've got those two buttons held down. Now, nothing will happen on the screen, there's no bleeps, there's no menus, but you then should find that the radio will now tune beyond 440 up to, I think, 480. If that method doesn't work, you may have the later firmware on your radio. Same idea, switch the radio off. This time hold down the second function key on the side there and button 9. So second key, button 9, then switch the radio on. Again, there won't be any notification or any menu, but you should then find the radio will manually tune above 440 megahertz. If you wish to program the radio via computer, you're going to need a program cable. This is the Retevis version. This has the 2.5 and the 3.5 Kenwood type plug. I have tried a cheaper generic version of the cable and it does work, but you will possibly need a cable driver if you've not used the computer to program other radios. Now, fortunately, and I think it's a good thing, Retevis provides you with all the software that you need on the website. Simply go onto the website, search out the Retevis RA89, and then when you see the support section there, click onto that. On there you will find a update for the firmware. You will find a prolific driver that you can download and install on your computer to get the cable working, and then you will find the programming software for the cable itself. If you need extra help with downloading the prolific driver, I did make a video a little while ago which I'm going to keep referring to now, and that was the easiest guide to installing Chirp on a radio. I'll leave a little card up on the screen now. Just go ahead and watch that video and that should explain how to get the cable driver on your computer. I'll also leave that at the end and in the description. The software Retevis provide is perfectly fine. I didn't use it myself, but it's quite self-explanatory. Personally, I chose not to use Retevis software. I actually like to use Chirp. I think Chirp is pretty bomb-proof. Again, on that earlier video, I take you through installing Chirp and getting the PMR channels on your radio. I take you through it at such a slow and easy pace. That's probably the video that you want to watch. But the RA89, it's perfectly supported in Chirp, and I've had no trouble getting the 16 PMR channels onto the radio, and I think it widebands it at the same time. Also, there are other settings you can go in and adjust things on the radio, like your squelch level, the backlight on the display, things like that. So yeah, I definitely recommend personally that you go straight to Chirp, and that's the easiest way. Hopefully you won't have any problems widebanding the radio and then programming it. If you do keep getting problems, then you can contact Retevis. They have a support department. Just drop them an email and let them know your issues, and they've helped me in the past, and they'll come back to you and hopefully give you the solution. But like I keep saying, I personally would recommend Chirp, and I'd also recommend you watch that very long, slow and easy video that I made earlier. So anyway, I hope that clears that up. I will basically link people back to this video in the future if you are having any problems with the radio. As always, thumbs up from Fred in the Shed. Cheers guys, thanks for tuning in. Just hit me a thumbs up down below before you go, would appreciate it, as I always do. But as like on every video, please stay safe, look after each other, catch you on the next one. Cheers guys.